minimum wage in the UK has just recently gone up to £11.44. Now, that begs the question, can you actually make £11.44 from delivering for Uber Eats, Deliveroo, Just Eat? Year on year, they are cutting our fees to make it cheaper for themselves, probably because it's hard for them to make a profit. But nevertheless, the reason why we do this work, the reason why we deliver for these companies is because essentially we want to make money. And if we can make money in another job that is employed with all the benefits you get with that, because this is self-employed, why not do that work? Well, today we're going to find out if we can actually make £11.44 per hour consistently. We're going to be working a couple of hours here in Nottingham. Let's see what happens. So this is not a good start. You can see all of these Deliveroo guys just over here waiting around for orders. That means it is not busy. You've got a guy here on the left, and then we've got another guy just over here, which basically means that there is no orders at the moment. So there's no need to panic just yet. It is 10:40 on a Wednesday, so we've come before lunch, and typically lunch and dinner are the best times to deliver. Dinner time is definitely a good time. We've got a tram just going through here. We'll let this go past. But what I'm hoping for is that orders will pick up, because otherwise we're going to make nowhere near this £11.44. But this is what to expect. It's not a Friday, it's not a Saturday, it's not a Sunday, not the busiest days of the week. But the delivery companies do like to push this idea that you can work when you want, there's flexibility and freedom. But the true reality of it is that you're going to have to work certain days and certain hours. We have finally got an order. It took half an hour to get our first order, and of all apps, I got it on Uber Eats. Now, the pay I don't think is very good for the distance. I'm going to show you how much we earn when we deliver this one, but this is very depressing. I'm pretty shocked, but I think this is like a ghost kitchen order from Rats and Wings. Oh yeah, it is. So let's pick this one up and see how much we get paid for it. Hi, got a Uber Eats for Ella. Sorry? Number. Our number is FO73C. FO73C, yeah. Just gonna move my bike a little bit closer in, because I know on this street that I'm fine doing this as long as I can see it through the window. I've got time to run out if anyone tries to run away with it, and there's not really anywhere I could tie up to that lamppost over there. I think we should be fine. See it in the window just there. 7 minutes, bro. It's fine. 7 minutes. Okay. I'll be outside. All right, 7 minutes on that order, which they were just starting to prepare it. The order just came through, but I'm just going to stay out here because there's a strong smell of like, I don't know, grease and fat in there, and it's not that pleasant. FO73C? FO73C, yeah.
Yeah. 733C?
Yeah, 736. Thank you.
Yeah.
0338. So that order took actually 10 minutes to pick up. I haven't been doing this for a long time, so I forget that they tell you 5 minutes and it's usually at least 10 minutes. And this customer is 11 minutes away, 1.5 miles. But the good news is that it looks like things are starting to pick up. I'm getting lots of delivery requests coming in for Deliveroo and also Stuart, weirdly enough. So I'm using all three of them. All right, so let's go deliver this. We're coming into Market Square here in Nottingham. Hi, it's Ella. It's up here. All right. How's your day going? All good? Yeah, just started. That's the first one of today. Have a good one. Thank you. It is super busy here on the high street here in Nottingham. It's a shame it's not like that on the delivery apps, but I'm guessing this is also a reason as the weather gets better to approach summer. More people are going to be outside, going to restaurants, pubs, not sat at home wanting deliveries. So first order of the day done. We made £4.41, which wasn't too bad, but we've been out for an hour and we've only done one order, which means that hourly is £4.41. Now, I want to talk to you guys. Bit of noise in the background. We've got Tesco just behind us. I actually have an order from Stuart that I was surprised to get because Stuart's pretty dead nowadays, but I'm gonna go pick that one up now. But I want to talk to you guys about something later on because it's going to be busy right now, so I don't have time. I need to get the orders done, otherwise there's no chance we're going to make £11.44. But it's about why deliveries have gone bad. It was good during the pandemic and there is a lot of reasons why it's just gone really bad, and it's sensitive because it might offend some people what I might say, but it's the truth. It's a lot to do with immigration, legal and illegal, and just the flooding online of certain characters and individuals. But yeah, I'm gonna go pick this up. We're gonna talk about that later. We need to go do some orders. Hey, I've got an order to pick up.
What number?
Which number do we use? I think 60. So
those 4 and that 2, so 6124.
6124. Is it the right number or?
Yeah, but they're very, very heavy and there's 4 of them. So
oh,
I
that's not.
A car.
No, I'm not going to be able to do that.
They are all cancelled.
All right, I'll have to cancel that then.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to message them because.
Yeah, can you tell them we need a car?
Yeah, I'll message them because also they might be able to pay me because I've actually turned up. So.
Yeah.
Maybe a car or 2 drivers.
Yeah, I mean, there's no way I can do that. There's 4 really. They're big bags. That's
all drinks.
All drinks. Cans. Oh, okay. Is it? I guess alcohol as well.
I think
maybe. Yeah.
7
Chat with support. I can't chat with support. I'm just going to reject it. They'll have to send someone else. Most likely, it'll be someone. Oh, now I can't reject it.
Yeah, the message and it's too heavy. Yeah, last time twice. 2 drivers came and picked it up.
All right. Come on, reject. I can't even bloody reject it. These apps, yeah. There's some. Okay, so I still have it. Reject. Can't reject. It's such a waste of time.
Yeah.
You know, in this job, time is money. You only get paid to do the order, right? So now, okay, I've cancelled it. Someone else should come. All right, cheers, thanks. All right, so that's not good because, oops. So I've noticed in Nottingham, a lot more homeless people are living on the streets, and I've seen even kitchens run by Muslim communities to feed the homeless, and it just shows you the situation, what's happening in the UK. But I'm gonna go offline. Actually, I'll give Stuart another go, but I need to go online on the other apps. So this is really interesting. This used to be a McDonald's that, as far as I remember, for the 30 years I've been on this planet, it was always there. And you can see it's all boarded up, just like that. It's actually an eyesore. You know, you look around, you got a nice church over there, and you just come around and you see this, it's for let. This whole thing was a McDonald's. I've delivered quite a few orders for them, and that just shows you, the issue isn't just with deliveries. The issue is a UK issue. Like, I really think that the situation we're in the UK is just so dire, and I've been traveling on my other channel across the world, especially in Asia, and I just feel not as depressed. I'll be honest, guys, I feel quite depressed. Like, look at that. Look, that's in my city. And this used to be McDonald's, which used to be kind of full of life. I mean, yeah, it's McDonald's. It's not the most healthiest of food, but I've just, on the way here, I've seen a homeless shop for feeding the homeless that is funded by a Muslim, the Muslim community. And they're like fighting in there and having arguments, people probably on drugs and alcohol. I've seen at least up to 10 homeless people. I've even seen, like, it looks like they've just, like, in their sleep or something, they've kind of peed everywhere on the floor. And they are clearly on drugs, a lot of them. They obviously have mental health problems. So things are getting worse. Like, it's not just deliveries. Like, that's one part of it, and that's to do with the influx of immigrants that have come into the country, which I'm going to talk about later, because I'm looking for orders. There's no orders right now. So I could talk about it right now, but I want to kind of focus on getting some deliveries and talk about that. But you know, the sky right now is grey. It's not the nicest of weathers, and it's pretty much, it's May. Today's the 1st of May. Oh, I've got an order from Stuart. Do I want to do this? From Tesco, Castle Boulevard. It's kind of close. It's paying a decent amount. I'm going to take this because there's no orders. Beggars can't be choosers. You need to take the orders when you get them. So we're going to take this order. I think it's important to carry on this conversation. I've got 7 minutes to get to this Tesco, and we should talk about what's happening in the UK. I mean, look at this. Look at this old building. Like, it could be a beautiful building. It could be some form of business happening there. We're going to cross over here, but it's not. It's kind of like derelict. Like, buildings are becoming more derelict, run down, and this is in the heart of the city. And don't get me started on towns. In towns it can be even worse. And there's a guy I watch on YouTube called Gary's Economics, and I think he's hit the nail on the head about income inequality in the UK and in a lot of Western countries is becoming pretty bad, to the point where the rich are getting richer and the middle class are getting poorer. The quality of living, the standard of living is getting worse. Our wages aren't going as high as inflation, so in a way we're making less money. Cost of living crisis, everything's going up in price, and you know, our wages aren't going up in line with inflation and the cost of everything just going up, and so that basically leaves you with not much after you pay for your rent, your council tax, your food, your bills like electricity, internet, water, and then don't get me started on all the other disposable incomes that or the things that you would spend money on. It's just becoming a lot more difficult, and that UK-wide issue actually has a kind of is related to this whole delivery gig, because we used to be able to earn at least enough to like live a decent life, like especially during the pandemic. Like, you could be at least doing well for yourself. Yes, you would have to work quite a lot of hours, but at least there was the opportunity there and the money was there. Costs weren't so high. And just seeing all these like homeless people on the streets, seeing the face of the city that I've known for 30 years, it just looks so different now. Like, there's so many different types of people. There's issues with assimilation. You know, GB News said, now I don't know if you're a fan of GB News, but I find it interesting. They said 700, I think 700 or 800,000, I think, is recorded legal migrants. And a lot of them are like low-skilled, what's this guy doing? Low-skilled, low kind of wage migrants, which basically means that the gig economy has just been on its knees for us delivery people, because there's just an influx of people doing this work. And we'll talk about that more later, because it's quite hard to focus while we're cycling. But yeah, like I don't want to be like a dystopian negative guy, but yeah, it doesn't feel the same. Like, for me, the UK doesn't feel the same, and it felt very different just literally just before the pandemic. And I think a lot of these issues have come since the pandemic, and yeah, it's sad. But anyways, let's go pick up this order. Hopefully it's not a big order that I can't deliver and waste more time, because we've been going for an hour and a half and I made £4.41. It's so bad. So I've never picked up this order from Tesco, from this place. This is a new one. There's so many homeless people like literally waiting out Tesco in even at the last place. I don't know where to park my bike. Should I park it? I don't know. I'll park it out front over here.
change towards drink, please. Thank you. Thank you. Fair change towards drink, please. Fair change towards drink, please. Fair change towards drink, please. Thank you. Thank you. Fair change towards drink, please.
Oh, sorry, mate.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay. Right. Yeah, mate. I have got a 4 Jack. Do you have a number or something?
Yeah, just a number.
I guess it's the last 5989. Which is such a long number. I'm like confused.
Yeah, just the middle one. No, this one here.
5291.
Yeah.
Okay. Awesome. Cheers, mate. So, okay, it is a big order, but this one will fit. I'll just put it, so there we go, fits nicely in the bag. Right, it is a little bit heavy, but it's not too bad. I don't think it's going too far.
Thank you, have a good day.
Cheers. Now, this order is 12 minutes, 1.9 miles away. Oh, I need to go, I'm gonna go quickly here on the right. So it looks like I have to go onto this bike lane, but I'm probably quite ignorant to this, but let me know in the comments, like, why there is just so many homeless people on the streets, and you know, why aren't they getting like the help they need? Is the help there? Like, I have no idea, because I've been delivering on and off for the last 3-4 years, and I have never seen so many homeless people in Nottingham. And it is a reflection of the country. Like, you know, when I go to other countries and I see how people are living, and if the amount of homeless people are, you know, you could go to places in America and there is just, oh, I think we have to go right here. I'm following my Google Maps, so this is probably not ideal. Oh, I'm just gonna do it anyway. And yeah, I think in like San Francisco, they have like a huge, maybe even LA as well, they've got a huge homelessness problem, and I just have no idea. Like, of course, you know, there's a situation where, you know, the cost of living and people aren't earning as much, but from what I see, there are jobs out there. Minimum wage, like I said, is £11.44. So, you know, there's usually, when it comes to homeless people, there's mental health issues, which means they can't really get into work. And of course, this car's coming super fast. Look at this guy in his Audi. Blacked out windows. Anyways, so yeah, I think that's probably why they can't get into work. But then, is there kind of shelters for them to stay in? And you know, there's a reason why there was the Muslim community creating these, you know, these shops for the homeless, for the homeless to have food, because there's a serious problem, like, which I need to probably do more research on. Oh, but yeah, let me know in the comments, guys, like, what your thoughts are on what I'm saying, whether you're actually interested in me talking about this, because as a courier or a delivery guy, I'm literally seeing everything that's happening in society without it being sheltered from it, which, if I'm just at home and I'm going to my office job, coming back and just going to my places, you don't see this stuff. Anyways, got 9 minutes to the customer. Alright, it's Jack. There you go. Oh, it's quite a heavy one there. Alright, cheers. Take care. You too. Alright guys, so we made £4.38 on that order. It took me quite far out of Nottingham city centre. As you can see, we're at Wallerton Park, just behind me. And we have an order for Nando's. Now that £4.38 order I've just delivered would have been during the pandemic like £6 or £7, and the money would have gone further because there wasn't any real inflation or cost of living crisis. So we're going to pick this one up, and we have about 12 minutes to the next hour, and yeah, it's not looking good for this minimum wage. And we're still to talk about the sensitive topic and go in a bit more detail, so that will be coming up. Meanwhile, we're going to be waiting here at this pedestrian crossing, killing more time, which is not good because we are not able to make enough money, which is a theme you can see in this video. Now, I don't usually pick up from this Nando's because the last time I delivered for them, not just once but twice, they maybe wait 20 to 30 minutes for an order. Look at this. This is Chiquitos. Look at it. This whole entire estate used to be thriving. Obviously Nando's is still doing well because people love Nando's here in the UK, and we can pick it up from here. Right. Hi. Is it a long wait?
Yeah.
How long? A long wait?
No.
No, it's good.
It's too much is ready.
Is it busy?
I serve this first.
Oh, first order. First order. Okay. All right, man. We'll take care. Yeah.
Okay.
Bye. Nice chap. Hi. Well, this is a different approach. Maybe they watched the video where I was showing the 20-minute orders or 30-minute orders. I don't know. Can't remember. All right, let's get this bag. That was quick. Thank you so much. Cheers. Thank you. Well, that was a big difference to last time. This order was actually paying decently, but I think I'm going to be going to the other side of Nottingham once again. So we're doing quite a bit of mileage. Let's put this phone on here and scan to collect one order. I have to scan something? I have to scan the order? This is new on Deliveroo. Where's the QR code? Scan the order number. Okay, I'm scanning, but nothing's happening. This is so silly. This is ridiculous. Oh, there we go, it's done. That is okay. Oh my god, this is taking me so far. 20 minutes. All right, let's get on the road. All right, so this customer is 20 minutes away, 3.1 miles. It's changed now to 18.2.9. And that scanning of the order just slows you down if it doesn't scan easily, so that's not good. But I guess it just makes sure that the right order is being given, which I don't mind. Okay, now this is weird. It's telling me to go. Okay. So this is the cinema, a very old cinema that's still there, thankfully. That's not gone yet, but it's saying to me to come off here. I'm just going to go across here and hopefully I don't fall down a ditch. Okay, that wouldn't be good. All right, so let me know your thoughts on that, if you like it or not, that order scanning stuff. But for me, it just slows you down, and yeah, like you get the right order, but they always double check to give you the right order anyway. But maybe I'm wrong in this matter. Maybe it is a good thing. If you are looking for the best delivery bag, the one I use is from Spartan Pack. They have a wide range of delivery bags for you. So this next segment's for you if you are looking for a delivery bag. This is the Spartan Pack delivery bag that I use to do all my deliveries, completely in black. I do like having it in black because a lot of the delivery bags are very vibrant out there and they kind of get attention. I like to be a little bit kind of undercover when I'm doing my deliveries. And then here on the right, you've got netting, side netting. I've got my towel in there just in case I've got any spillages, like hot drinks, I can quickly clean that up. And then I've got my gloves in this side netting for the winter time. And then let's go inside the backpack. So, plenty of space here for deliveries. Now, there is quite a lot of space in here. So what I like to do is, I like to have this medium sling from Spartan Pack, so from the same company, and I put it inside of my backpack. It fits really nicely in there. We open this up. As you can see, what I love about this medium sling is that it has a divider. So I can separate food and drinks, or just drinks that I put in here. I usually put the drinks at the bottom of my bag in this one to stop them from like spilling and moving around. Then I close that and I put food on top of here. And then I close it, zip it up, and that is my delivery backpack setup. I have links to both of these delivery bags in my description. If you use code GigHustle10, you'll get 10% off. Look here, guys. It looks like someone's living in this tent just over here. You can see they've got all the drinks and food and clothes over there. Honestly, guys, I have not seen this before in Nottingham. I'm assuming it's not just a Nottingham thing. I think there's also quite a lot of homelessness. That scared me as someone was moving some kind of metal stuff. Oh, thank you. Let's go down here. But I think, oh, sorry, that's all right, mate, cheers. So I definitely think that there is a homelessness crisis happening that is not being documented. I don't really see it in the news. I hear a lot about immigration and Labour and Conservative and blah 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 blah, but not much about the homelessness crisis, if there is one. But according to Nottingham, there definitely is. Hiya. Yeah, I'm alright. It's a Lana. There you go. Do you have the code for me?
44.
44, awesome. Thank you. Alright, so I am caught up outside of the city centre. I'm getting orders kind of keeping me outside. So I'm kind of in these kind of retail parks that are usually around the city centre. Oh, what is going on? Alright. So where can I'm going to park my bike up here. Pepe's looks very busy. That's where we're picking up from, Pepe's Piri Piri. I've never tried Pepe's, so I don't know what it's like, but it seems very popular. Cheers. Oh, this door is heavy. Okay, so that was interesting. The guy serving me was like silent serving me. He didn't want to say anything, just used his facial expressions and body language to communicate. I love it. All right, let's go deliver this one. It looks like we are 7 minutes away from the customer, which isn't too bad. I do not know why there is a line of traffic coming out of here, but it must be because the main road is super busy. But when you're on a bike, you don't have to do that. You alright, mate? It's red. Okay.
15, mate.
That's the code, right?
Yeah.
3 hours. Whew. It's getting warmer.
I know. It's quick that bike.
Yeah, it's pretty quick. Not as fast as what you might see other guys, like, because
Really?
they've got, this one's got like the regular legal motor on it.
Oh, okay.
But there's a lot of guys who got these big illegal motors that go like 25, 30 miles per hour. So that's the drinks.
Cheers, pal. Thank you.
Food there, mate.
Thanks for that, pal.
Awesome. It was what was the code again? It was 15. Cheers. Thank you. Have a good one. So we've done, I think, 3 orders in an hour and a half. So I haven't had a chance to do kind of breakdown for you, but we've earned £14.43. We're on a road where lots of boy racers like to go down very fast. But that's for an hour and a half. So if we do the math, it works out to £9.62 per hour, which isn't anywhere near £11.44. Don't forget, when you're self-employed, you don't have sick pay, you don't have holiday pay, you don't have you have to pay for your expenses. You know, with a bike it's very, you know, affordable, but when you're in a car or a motorbike, especially a car, you've got fuel to pay, insurance. So yeah, and we're 25 minutes outside of the city centre. I need to get into the city centre because it's starting to get busy now and it's 1 o'clock, which is a bit weird. But you can see that we're not really earning anywhere near that minimum wage, and that's the reality of it, working on a weekday during a lunchtime when you probably need to be working at dinner time on Saturdays, Friday, Saturday, Sunday. But let's head into the city and see if we can get a few more orders, and then we'll find a quiet place to talk about the real issue, the sensitive issue that I might get a drilling for in the comments, but I'm just going to say the truth. So we've made it into the city centre. Yes, this is kind of what it looks like in parts of the city centre. Like, we're not talking on like the outskirts. This is pretty central. Took half an hour to get in, no orders. That means we made diddly squat, which you could say is my fault because I shouldn't be going so far out, but when you're not getting orders, you kind of end up doing that. So this is the Rope Walk pub, and you can see it is all boarded up. This used to be a Chinese restaurant, and this is what it looks like, all boarded up. Maybe they will, someone will buy it and rejuvenate the city centre. But when I was here at, say, 10 years ago almost, I was at university, it was nothing like this. This was open, it wasn't ugly looking, to be quite real. So we're gonna go find somewhere quiet to talk about the real sensitive issue about this whole delivery gig economy. So I finally found a relatively quiet place to talk about this kind of potentially controversial topic that I've been leaving as a bit of a cliffhanger. Let's get this helmet off so you can actually see my face, and so I've got helmet hair, but it is what it is. So going back to this whole GB News report about there being 700,000, I think 700, 800,000 legal migrants that's reported, so it could be more, that came in within a 1-year period. Now, this is actually where I think the gig economy started to change for the worse, because during the pandemic, we had very high earnings. Like, we were making at least £5, £6, sometimes £7 an order. Whereas today I was making like £3 to £4, and I was going pretty far distances, and we weren't even able to make the national living wage. It's called a national living wage for a reason, because you can actually live possibly on that. Whether you can or not, with the cost of living, inflation, and just everything being so expensive in the UK, I don't even think minimum wage is good enough either. So this really shows you how bad it is. So during the pandemic, you had high earnings, but you also had a lot of orders. So there was being spread around loads of riders and drivers. And for me, it was the first time I ever did this work during the pandemic. And I think it was the same for a lot of people. So there wasn't that many people doing deliveries. And so we had a lot of orders, and we had decent earnings. But that was during the pandemic. So what's now happened is, since the lockdown has ended, since we've come out of the pandemic, we haven't had as many orders because people aren't at home anymore as much as they were. You know, the weather's getting nice as we're entering the summer period. And so people aren't going to be ordering as many, you know, takeaways. Like, it's just normal. But even people aren't forced at home, and they're not going to be going and having earnings like, having orders and takeaways like they were during the pandemic. So now we have a lower demand for orders and for food, but now we have 700,000 to 800,000, and this is the important thing. I think most of them are, from according to GB News, is that they're low skill, low pay migrants. And what that means is that the gig economy is one of the first kind of jobs they go for because it is low skill. Like what I'm doing right now, it doesn't take, you know, a rocket scientist to do it. Anyone can do it. So now you've got you're flooded with lots, and you can see it because it's changed, because during the pandemic it was a lot of people who've been living in the UK for a long time, whether they're British. There was British people doing it, but you don't really see that very much now. So when I rock up and I start speaking to them, they get shocked because they're expecting, you know, someone who maybe doesn't have the level of English that I do because they're not from here. And so you've got people from like the UK, you've got people from, you know, Europe, Poland, Hungary, and people from like Indian and Pakistan origins were living in the UK but were doing this work. But now you have it's not like that. It is pretty much just mostly migrants, immigrants, legal and legal, and it's not really so much big deal about the legal immigrants because that's a smaller number. Like I think like 50 to 100,000 reported in 1 year coming through. It's actually the legal ones, and a lot of them are international students. So you'll see a lot of Indians, see a lot of people from Nigeria coming through. And so what that does is it creates a situation where the gig companies can actually lower their earnings because they're willing to actually do the work for pretty much a low pay. And that's the reality of it. And the companies won't tell you this, but they're not profitable companies. I think Uber were losing like 4 billion a year, Deliveroo were losing something like $1 billion a year or something. And so if they don't have automated, driverless kind of ways of transporting food, then they have to rely on cheap labor. And during the pandemic we weren't cheap, probably why they weren't making so much money, but now they're actually having better kind of profit margin, let's say, because they're paying us basically pennies to do the deliveries. As you can see in the video, we're not even making a living wage. So for me, like doing this work is just not worth it anymore, unless you just want to do it for, you know, you want to go out. Hello. There's some dogs just, I was just saying hello to the dogs, but it's interesting to see how people react to me talking to the camera. Actually, they're not really that bothered, but my arm's actually quite hurting right now because I don't have a selfie stick. But yeah, so that is the situation, guys. And for me, if you're not doing this for maybe getting out, doing some exercise on the bike, on the electric bike, if you're just, you know, earning a bit of extra income because you'd rather just do this than sit at home and watch Netflix, then I think that's where we are right now. The reason why you see people doing it, a lot of them are migrants, and the job potential or opportunities might not be there for them, so they're kind of forced to do it. So this video really paints a kind of strange and maybe even like kind of depressing picture of what's happening in the UK, because this is just about the gig economy, deliveries within the UK, but there's a wider issue here which you can see. It looks like we've got a homelessness crisis. We've got our cities and towns just boarded up and looking derelict, and people, the kind of income equality, people not living high standards of living, which you should be expecting with being in the UK and being in England. All right, so let me know if you agree with me. Let me know, maybe I'm getting it wrong. It is a bit sensitive, but if you enjoy this video and you want to see more videos like this one, then just subscribe and let me know in the comments, and we'll see you guys in the next video.